Mouth-watering brisket, pulled pork that melts in your mouth, and velvety macaroni and cheese, Smokin BarBQ in Salisbury is sure to satisfy any barbecue fan. Nick Schlegel owns the place and he opened it up in June. But this is not his first run in the food business. For 3 years, he ran a food truck business that he sold at Third Way Brewing Company. Before that, he ran his business under a tent.
It's been a nice growing experience. You know, you get hurdles at each level, but I think it's been a nice transition versus just jumping into a brick and mortar.
Nick says he started cooking with his mom at an early age, and the passion grew from there.
So I just followed the passion of making people happy and showing what I could do.
And what he can do is amazing. Nick says everything in his kitchen is made from scratch, right down to the sauces. Time to get cooking. First up, their homemade mac and cheese.
Well, what we're doing here is just getting the milk to a low boil.
Okay.
And then what that'll do is we'll add our cheeses to it, which we add about 4 different cheeses in. And that'll melt down. And then we add a roux, which is our butter and flour, right there, and that's going to thicken it up.
And if you're not a fan of plain, Nick says you can add to your pasta. They offer something called Jamie Mac, which has pulled pork in it, and Chili Mac, which has their chili made with leftover brisket. While our pasta cooked, it was time to head out to the smoker to get our meat.
This is the smoker.
There it is. Wow, so how long has that been smoking for?
I put that on about 9 o'clock yesterday. Cooks for about 12 hours.
Time to shred the pork. And that's where we get our kitchen insider tip. It's best not to do it by hand, but with this very unique tool. He let me try. Oh my gosh, this is harder than it looks. Nick says they offer 2 different sauces. Their sweet Chesapeake, which is traditional, and their Carolina style, which is tomato-based and has a vinegar taste to it. This is the tomato-based one?
That's the tomato Carolina vinegar-based.
This is falling apart so easily. Okay, I can taste more of the vinegar in that one. It's a little bit lighter, where this is more of a traditional heavy barbecue sauce.
Yep.
They're both incredible. Back to our mac and cheese. For the final steps, we added blocks of cheese and then added the butter and flour to our milk mixture. After that's mixed, you add more shredded cheese. Once the pasta is cooked, you rinse it off to get rid of the starch. Then you pour the cheese right on top. Nick says it will thicken over time. Time to try. Oh my gosh. That's like better than any macaroni and cheese I've ever eaten.